Oh, hey guys, I'm Drew Harrison. Thank you for joining me on this Super Bowl themed edition of Oh, hey guys. I appreciate you being here. It's all about the big game this week coming up on Sunday. It is the Seahawks against the Patriots, determine who the 2025-2026 NFL champions are going to be. We got a special edition of You Might Need This where I'm joined by ESPN Wilmington's Randy Slack, good buddy of mine, a fellow comedian from Wilmington. Going to join us and tell us about do's and don'ts of being at a Super Bowl party this weekend. And we got a top 5 where we're going to count down my favorite Super Bowls of all time. So it's Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. So I hope you're excited. I hope you're a football fan, because if not, this is going to be a weird episode for you. And I hope you're locked in for the big game. So without further ado, let's get into it. Punxsutawney Phil saw a shadow. 6 more weeks of winter. Does he ever not see a shadow? Like, I feel like every time it's like winter. It's like you're going to have more coldness. And if that doesn't get your happy meter all the way to excited, the doomsday clock is pushed to 85 seconds to midnight. If you've kept up with the doomsday clock over the years, midnight means total destruction of the earth as we know it. We were 89 seconds last year. But with the threat of nuclear war, and our leaders being idiots, and, AI and the data centers and climate change, all that, we're at 85 seconds to midnight now. Happy 2026. Am I right? Duolingo drops Bad Bunny 101. Getting you ready for the halftime performance. They have a 15-second clip that's going around social media where it's teaching you phrases you might need to know ahead of Bad Bunny's performance. Titi me pregunta, which means, Auntie, stop asking about my girlfriends. All right. Hermes, my wife had to teach me how to pronounce that, dropped a boombox-inspired bag at Paris Fashion Week. I feel like I finally get fashion. Like, why didn't they make the fancy bags look like this the whole time? It's awesome. It's got a little cassette thing where you pull it out and it could, hold cigarettes or, change or, whatever you need, little stuff, hard candies, But then I found out it was $133,983. I don't think I've ever wanted anything that much before in my life. For 130, no. I think you could tally up all the money I've ever spent on clothes, and it probably ain't gonna be $133,000. Now more my speed. Heinz ketchup drops a keg chup. It's 7 pounds of ketchup in a keg. You can't buy it. You can only win it. You got to go on the Heinz social media, and it's one of those like it and comment to people scenarios. So if you need 7 pounds of ketchup in keg form, we got a contest for you. AI has created a new social media amongst themselves. It's called Moltbook, and people get to watch our downfall to technology happen in real time. That's entertainment these days? That's what we're doing? Watching our downfall? They've already questioned English, and they've already set up their own religion that they're trying to recruit other AI chatbots to join. So, I mean, if the takeover is inevitable, might as well get some popcorn and watch it happen, I guess. One man has made sure we don't lose our apples. That's right. If you've been into an apple lately, you got one man to thank for it. Tom Brown, a retired engineer, has quietly made sure that a bunch of rare breeds, classes, species, I don't know, of apples have stuck around. He has saved over 1,200 apple varieties. I didn't even know we had that many apples. I thought you had Granny Smith and 3 others. But this man saved 1,200 types of apples. So kudos to you, Tom Brown. In a world full of bad news, we needed to hear some good news today. So I appreciate you. But like I said, we got a great show. Up next, we got sports. And now sports. Reds signed third basing slugger Suarez to a 1-year, $15 million deal. Are the Reds going to give it a go? I hope so. I'd love to see the Reds and the Pirates up at the top of the NL Central. Athletics and Rookie of the Year runner-up Jacob Wilson, their shining new shortstop, who I hope, since they're moving to Vegas, will be with the team for forever, and this isn't just a contract so they can trade him. Sign him for 7 years at $70 million. That's a bargain, because I really feel like that kid's going to turn into a premier shortstop in the American League. I just hope he doesn't end up wearing pinstripes like most of the good athletics players do. Can you imagine an NBA where Giannis is not on the Bucks? Word is my man is preparing to leave Milwaukee, whether it's this trade deadline coming up or if it's in the summer, which insiders say is more likely due to the superstar that he is. A lot of teams are going to have to get some capital together to get this guy. But the trade deadline is February 5th, this Thursday. So I am excited to see what rumblings and grumblings happen there. But have no fear, NBA fans. LeBron James is in fact an all-star, keeping that streak of 22 years running. Is it his last all-star game? We don't know. He was at Madison Square Garden over the weekend. We didn't know if that was his last time in MSG, but it is becoming the end of the NBA with LeBron. But don't worry, most NBA players are trying to figure out how to get back to college in the first place. Former UCLA standout Bailey, who spent 10 games with the Hornets in 2023, wants to return to college. He said, now I'd be a senior. Let me have my senior year. I mean, bro, you went to the league. So here's what happened. He had a great year at UCLA. He got drafted, played 10 games with the Hornets, then spent the last 2 years in the D-League, and then this summer he got cut. And on top of things, that kid they just let go back to Alabama after being in the G League just dropped 6 points and fouled out in his first game. So not making the case that they think they are. And I think John Wall said it best. Man, once you sign, you're done. You're a pro. So they got to draw a line somewhere with these kids coming back. The Olympic opening ceremonies are this Friday. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited to get my curling on. I'm excited all the skiing. Lindsey Vonn just destroyed herself, yet she's still going to be there. Like, the lady's made of titanium. I'm excited about our figure skating. I'm excited about the hockey, and if the arena's going to be done in time. So bring on the Olympics. Stay tuned for the coming weeks. We're going to have all kinds of Olympic coverage for you. 6 Super Bowls apparently ain't enough. Bill Belichick gets snubbed his first time in the Hall of Fame. Rumor is his girlfriend is Jordan, and them are no longer together either. So I saw just a brutal internet meme that says she only dates first ballot Hall of Famers. Bills promote within, assigning their offensive coordinator Joe Brady as their new head coach. Browns name former Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Mankin as their new head coach, keep it in the division there, And after the Super Bowl, the Raiders are set to promote Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak to be their new head coach. I mean, my man's walking into it. Got the first round pick, got $90 million in cap space, got Tom Brady in ownership, got the Death Star. Well, that's a pretty cool arena. For the first time in a long time, the Las Vegas Raiders are an appealing job. Who would have thought? Cardinals tap Matt LaFleur's brother, Mike, who has been the Rams offensive coordinator the last couple of years, as their new head coach. And after the Super Bowl, the Seahawks are going to be up for sale, expecting to bring in $7 to $8 billion. Billion. I wonder if that jumps up a couple bill if they win the Super Bowl. Something to keep your eye on. And it is time. It's finally here, the Super Bowl this Sunday. Let me know who you think's got the edge, the Patriots or the Seahawks. Let me know what you're doing for your Super Bowl gathering as well. All right, we got you might need this segment where we got the big game this week. That's what everybody's going to be talking about. So we know you might get invited to a Super Bowl party. And we want to make sure you are on your do's and don'ts. You're dotting your I's. You're abiding by all sports fan etiquette. So I brought in a good friend of mine, comedian, ESPN Wilmington host, Modern Rock in the Morning. It's Mr. Randy Slack. What's up, buddy?
Drew, it's good, man. How you doing? Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, man. Did you think we'd be here in the year of the Lord 2026? About to get ready for a Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl?
Not really. I didn't think, you know what? Sam Darnold, the guy that no one wanted, and Drake May is going to be the Super Bowl. But again, it's crazy. Like the Patriots beat a Seahawks or a Chargers team. They beat a team where C.J. Stroud looked dreadful. They beat a blizzard against Denver. and then now they're playing Sam Darnold. Like, I don't know if this is the easiest road to the Super Bowl, but it takes me back to '05. You know,
Yep.
the Steelers with a second-year quarterback played the Seahawks, and Hines Ward won the MVP because Ben Roethlisberger, look up his box score in that game, unbelievably terrible in that Super Bowl.
Couldn't be as terrible as 2015 Peyton Manning. Lowest QBR.
Yeah, the corpse
winning
the
quarterback
corpse of
ever.
Peyton Manning was really bad in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was really
I'm
bad.
still, can you tell 10 years later I'm still bitter?
A little bit.
But hey, we're not here to talk about us. We're here to talk about making sure you got your do's and don'ts for Super Bowl party. Because even if you're not a sports fan, chances are you're probably going somewhere to watch the game. Coworkers, you know, that weird. I've ended up at the weirdest Super Bowl parties. There's no rhyme or reason to them. You don't have to have a connection to the host. Sometimes you just end up at random Super Bowl parties.
Yeah. Absolutely. So how do you want me to put the do's first, the don'ts second, or are we going back and forth? How would you like this, sir?
We'll go back and forth. So hit me with a do. We'll be positive. We'll start with a
Yeah.
do at a Super Bowl party.
The first thing you need to do, and you mentioned going to random Super Bowl parties, you need to go to the right party for you. The main part of this is I never experienced this before, and you did when you talked about the Peyton Manning 2015 the Panthers. You don't want to go to the Super Bowl party that with a person who's really a fan of that team. If you're not a fan of any of the teams involved, don't go to a party where the other guy's the biggest fan of that team. I know I said we're doing a do here, but do go to the right party. If you're a casual sports fan, go to a casual party. If you're a hardcore sports fan, go to a hardcore sports fan party. If it's just Sheila from HR who's having some people over from the office, absolutely go to that one if you just want to have fun. If you want to talk about your parlays, go hang out with your degenerate friends. That to me is do number one, Drew.
Well, that's perfect because that leads into my don't number one.
Okay.
Don't be a hater at the Super Bowl party. All right. Your team's not here. All right.
Yeah.
No one needs to hear you recreate the last play of the last game they played this season. Okay. Your team's not here. If you want to pick a team to pull for this specific game, by all means. But don't make it about you. Okay? Don't make it about you. Your team
Absolutely.
lost. Leave it at the house.
Yeah. And Drew, it's so funny. We didn't go over these at all, but my first don't that I have is along those same lines. Don't hate the halftime show. Even if you don't like it, just let it go. It's a cold take to be like, they should have Metallica, they should have Kid Rock, they should have the band I like. It's Bad Bunny. I don't know. Look, if you don't know any Bad Bunny, guess what? 1 billion people on this planet do.
Yeah.
And they're gonna book the most popular people.
Most
My wife and I,
artists of all time of the whole year.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one wants to hear him, right?
Yeah. My wife and I, we went to a Billie Eilish concert, and the opener for her was this girl named Lil Nico, this rapper, this Puerto Rican rapper. Never heard of her before in my life. She was rapping in Spanish, no idea what was going on. I'm like, why are they having this lady here? We go on her Instagram. She has like 5 million Instagram followers. It's like, oh, okay. You know what? We live in an era where not everything's for you, and the media landscape is so big and fragmented that just because you don't know who it is doesn't mean there's 20 million people who they're fans. So just enjoy it or don't enjoy it and go get some more chicken wings.
That goes to my first do. Relax and have a good time. It's a party. Yeah. No one wants to hear your hot take on why Bad Bunny shouldn't have been there. And if Bad Bunny's going to upset you, definitely don't tune into the opening show because Green Day really going to upset you. I want some rock. Yeah. I don't think you meant this rock.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Along those lines of having fun, Drew, my second do is do prop bets. Okay. Prop bets. Prop bets are fun. This is the Super Bowl. We're having a good time. If you want to bet on the national anthem being over 1:48, or if you want to bet that the Gatorade's going to be clear, if you want to bet that Bad Bunny comes out in a floral dress, or whatever stupid thing you want to bet on, this is the time. Don't come to the game and be like, man, I got Drake May anytime touchdown. Don't be that guy. No one wants. Look, by the way, probably a good bet to have for this
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
But be the guy who's like, you know what I've got in this game? I've got that Jason or not Jaylen Brown will have more points than Drake May will have rushing yards. That's a fun prop bet to
yeah,
have for the Super
yeah.
Bowl.
That goes along with my second do. Learn some fun, weird facts. No one
Yeah.
cares about the stats that Tom Brady had that Drake May is just slowly destroying. No one cares about that. I mean, I love it, but no one cares about that.
Yeah.
Find some fun facts. Find out that the cornerback that just got called up from the practice squad's niece went to school with the Seahawks linebackers coach. Find out, be
Yeah.
that person. Be that fun, the fun fact. Like I want walk away. I want someone walking away from the party I was at being like, the game kind of sucked, but Drew's fun facts kept it going.
I heard Mike Vrabel. I heard today that Mike Vrabel was playing clips of the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, like to get his guys fired up at points during this season. So again, that's a
That's what I'm
fun fact. You know what I mean? He's in there going Hawk. Well, doing all that stuff like that's incredible.
God, to be such a weird guy. He had a decent personality.
He really did. My second don't on this list. Don't eat too much. I don't
I've
mean don't
unfortunately
get
have found that
full.
the hard way too many times.
I'm not even talking about not getting full. You shouldn't be the one where it's like obvious, like, dang, I think he went up to get pizza for the fourth time. Like keep pace with everyone else.
Yeah,
Whatever their vibe is, you know what I mean? But don't Joey Chestnut when everyone else is doing finger foods. That's all.
bro, I went so hard at the buffet. Like, and this is a shout out to the people, the party I was at. Like, everyone brought their A game with the food. So
Yeah.
by the end of the first quarter, I was miserable. Like I was so full. I was doing laps in the backyard trying to walk it off. Like, well, I can't move. No. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. But that adds to my next do. Bring your prized recipe. This is not a time to be
Yeah.
humble. Show
Yep.
off. If you make the best fried chicken sliders in the world, let people know at the party you make the
Yeah.
best fried chicken sliders in the world. Bring your
Do you
A game
do you make
with the food.
do you make good fried chicken sliders, Drew? Is that what
I make great
you're implying?
chicken nuggets. I make chicken nuggets that
Okay.
you can't tell aren't from Chick-fil-A. So
Throw them in the air fryer real quick before you bring them over.
yeah.
Real quick though, how do you get Chick-fil-A for the Super Bowl? Because it's a Sunday. What are
That's
you
what I'm saying.
doing? Are
I
you
had to
keeping
make
them in
it.
the fridge?
I had
Oh,
to
do you
deep
really?
dive. I had to deep dive figuring out this recipe, and it's you put the chicken in pickle juice before you
Yeah.
put it in the dry rub. That's how you get the Chick-fil-A taste.
Now let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, here real quick. If you want to know some big back stuff right there, that's big back stuff. When you're like, I need to figure out how to make my own Chick-fil-A, that you're doing that.
I petitioned the Super Bowl to not be on a Sunday. They told me that was a deadline. So I was like, well, now I got to figure out the other part of this, So
my last do here, Drew. I'm actually changing. I was going to say do live tweet because I love live tweeting, especially putting my comments out for the Super
make the
Bowl.
whole
But to
world a
pick,
Super Bowl party,
yeah, and again, that way you're not talking during the game while everybody's watching the commercials and stuff. But my last do that I'm officially putting on here is do bring something. If you're going to someone's house for a party, if you can't cook, bring a domestic light.
Always love
Bring
ice.
some sodas. Bring some chips. Bring something. So then you're not the freeloading guy. You're the guy. And then you know what? When you bring that 12-pack of beer, you can be like, you know what? You keep the rest of them. Now all of a sudden you're a good dude. You're
Look at
giving the
that.
guest.
And
You're
you don't
giving
want
the
to get
host a
pulled over.
gift.
You don't want to get pulled over with the extra beer in the car. You don't be that guy. And that's my last don't. Don't be that weird guy. Don't bring a sketchy weird guy, and don't be the sketchy weird guy. Because everyone's going to remember the next day the idiot that blacked out and fell in the rose bushes in the front yard. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. And my last don't, Drew, don't linger too long. You need to kind of know ahead of time when you're leaving the Super Bowl party.
For sure.
If it's a blowout, maybe you kind of have it in your head. If it's a blowout, I'm leaving at the end of the third quarter.
Yep.
If I know there's a certain commercial I want to watch, when that's done, I'm going to leave. Maybe you leave after halftime because
Yeah.
then you can kind of watch it at your own house and
Right.
you can kind of relax. Don't be
Super Bowl
now.
party's not
Look,
there for the whole time. Okay. It's a
it's
starter.
not. Now, again, I will say, if it's 28-3 and the Patriots are coming all the way back and you're staying for that, hell yeah, brother.
I left. I left and had to
Oh,
do it on the radio. I had to listen to the
yeah.
comeback on the radio on the way home.
Don't do that. That's another don't.
Don't
Don't
be
leave if
that
it's a
guy.
great game. But like when I was at a friend's house last year and the Eagles are just absolutely killing Kansas City, I didn't need to stay there for the end. I went home. Thanks for having me. I'll see you next week.
I have a rule. If my team's in the Super Bowl, I don't watch it with people. I didn't go
You
anywhere for
cannot.
Super Bowl 50 for the Panthers. I was like, I'm not around people for this.
I had never been in a fortunate situation as a Cincinnati Bengals fan to have my team be that successful. And my now wife, she came over and she's like, "We're gonna have fun." She got like Bengals sweatshirts made for her and me and her. We had Skyline chili dip we were gonna make. I ate nothing, and I was a panic. All I remember from the game, other than they could not block Aaron Donald. All I remember, other than they couldn't block Aaron Donald, was that at one point 50 Cent was upside down. I don't remember anything else from that game. Those are the only two things I remember. Aaron Donald ruining my life and upside down 50
Ruining
Cent.
my life.
By the way, that was a great peak millennial guy Super Bowl for me. I grew up on Dr. Dre, Eminem. The 50 Cent first album, that was peak
Oh,
college for me.
oh,
I
iconic.
should have loved if the Chiefs and the Rams were in that Super Bowl. I'm loving that halftime show.
I've learned that, yeah,
Loving
of
it.
course, you want your team to be Super Bowl champions. But most years, I'm okay with my team not being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Do
If we can't win, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go, dude.
And even when you think your team is as bulletproof as they can be, the 2015 Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Well, Randy,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that gets brought up. I'm sorry. I didn't
it's
mean to bring that up.
no,
again.
it's something I got to live with. You know, I'm trying to be better. You know? Randy, give me your final prediction on who you think's winning the big game, and also where can they find you?
You guys can find me at Slackamania, Facebook, Instagram. I'm rslack37 on TikTok. If you want to watch an idiot do radio live, 6:30 to 7:30 Monday through Friday, I go live on TikTok, which has been a ton of fun. Been doing it for about a year now. As far as the Super Bowl, it's tough for me. I think Seattle's defense is so good. I think Drake May didn't look great against Denver, who also had a great defense. Having said that, it's not at Seattle. It's in a neutral facility. I think Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold, and to me, I don't know if we can live in a world where Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
That is fair. I mean, I hope him nothing but the best because we did him dirty in
For
Carolina.
sure.
But also, just coming to grips with you live in a world where Sam Darnold
Yeah.
won a Super Bowl. Like, this
Yeah.
is bigger than Trent Dilfer. Okay.
The most positive thing about a Sam Darnold winning Super Bowl is it gives every fan of every team hope. Because now we've lived in a world where it was like you had to have Mahomes, you have to have Josh Allen, you have to have Joe Burrow. And now it's like, brother, you can literally have anybody be
Get
your
that
starting
defense
quarterback.
up.
Yeah. All you need is
We're back.
like
It
there's
comes
a
full
Browns
circle.
fan. There's a Browns fan going, you know what? We got Myles Garrett and Shador Sanders. It's God's time, man. We might be able to do it. You know,
Oh,
anything can
hey!
happen.
You put some respect on Pro Bowler Shador Sanders' name, okay?
Bro, there are we. How down bad is the Pro Bowl that we got Shador Sanders 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions?
I'm a way bigger Shador fan than most people, but how many people said no?
Yeah. I never in my life, Drew, ever want to hear when we're talking about somebody's Hall of Fame credentials, they mention Pro Bowls. You mention Pro Bowls, I'm elbowing you right in the face, dude. Get out of here. Well, he went to the Pro Bowl. Bro, anybody can go to the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
I'm surprised they didn't call Jake Browning. They can put Jake Browning out there.
Hey, you played real good in those couple games.
Yeah, you had one good quarter against the Jags. You want to play?
Hey, the Jags were a playoff team, really, when you think about it.
They really were. It was crazy.
Randy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Enjoy your Super Bowl, and that's your do's and don'ts at a Super Bowl party.
Thanks, Drew.
Oh, the big game. NFC's best versus the champions of the AFC, going head to head, throwing everyone's best attempt at a commercial. Add in some hopefully good hangs and awesome finger foods, a dash of a halftime show everyone's going to say they hated, but deep down, they liked it. And you got the Super Bowl. So let's do top 5 Super Bowls. Originally called the AFL NFL World Championship. Say that 5 times fast. AFL NFL World Championship. Okay, it might be easier than I thought. It received the much easier to say Super Bowl moniker by the third rendition in 1969. Even non-football fans join in on the fun on the big game, all right? Most watched broadcasts in American history are all Super Bowls. Let's go ahead and get into the countdown. We've had some great games over the years. So honorable mention, it's Super Bowl 38. This is the first Super Bowl where I actually had some skin in the game and they took an L. I watched the 91 Super Bowl as a Redskins fan, but A, I was 6, and B, they won. Got to feel the anger of losing the big one. I mean, I definitely am on the side of if your team's not going to win, I don't want them to be there in the first place. Okay, I don't want to, well, at least we made it to the Super Bowl. No, that pain sucks. I was a freshman in college. We all got together in the dorm rooms and watched it, and I learned firsthand that kickers can break your heart. Number 5, we got Super Bowl 58. Or if you're a fan of the Roman numerals, this is LVII. It's the longest Super Bowl of all time, went into the overtime. First one with the new overtime rules. This one I got to feel the joy of winning through others. My wife is a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, so when they went on that run and the Panthers sucked, I got to enjoy it too. But like I said, this was the first Super Bowl with the new overtime rules, and you don't want to see Patrick Mahomes in overtime, all right? The 49ers found that out the hard way. This, unfortunately, was the 3rd consecutive Super Bowl loss for the 49ers. You know, I mean, obviously not 3 in a row, but the last 3 times they made it. But, I mean, who can pass up overtime football at the Super Bowl? How many people called out that day? Overtime football? Of course I'll have another one. At number 4, it's Super Bowl 49. All they had to do was hand it off. All they had to do was hand it off. The Legion of Boom versus the resurging New England Empire. The storyline writes itself. Marshawn Lynch going beast mode to win the game at the end, but that didn't happen. They threw the ball with Russell Wilson. He got picked off. Patriots win. This was Tom Brady's 4th Super Bowl out of, what, he gets 6 with the Patriots, I think. But it was nice. You got AFC number 1 versus NFC number 1. So this really was a matchup of the best that these two conferences had to offer. But that last-minute stop by the Patriots defense gave them their first Super Bowl win in 10 years. I know the poor Patriots had to wait so long for that 4th title from Brady. At number 3, it's Super Bowl 34. It's the most recent Super Bowl where both franchises were going for their first Super Bowl title. St. Louis Rams, the greatest show on turf, versus the new Tennessee Titans. Just moved from Houston. The Oilers became the Titans. They definitely were the greatest show on turf. They had a 73-yard touchdown from Isaac Bruce. Oh, Isaac Bruce. But this game is remembered for the longest yard. The game came to an end with Kevin Dyson reaching the ball, trying to get it to the goal line, but he gets stopped. It's the first Super Bowl I remember truly being on the edge of my seat, waiting, like, as the game ended, like, did he get it? Did he get it? This was also called the .com Bowl because all the .coms bought up all the commercials during this one. Number 2, Super Bowl 51. Is this the greatest comeback in NFL Super Bowl history, or is this the greatest collapse in Super Bowl history? Depending on how you look at it, whether you're on the side of the Patriots, it's greatness, or if you're on the side of the Falcons, it's just them falling apart. Poor Matty Ice, too. Like, what Matt Ryan truly had a season that year. But he, like many of us, figured out Tom Brady doesn't care about you. He will break your hopes and dreams right in front of you as he gets his Super Bowl ring. 28-3. 28-3. Turned into 34-28. My goodness. 19 points in the fourth quarter, and then the touchdown in overtime. 31 unanswered points when it was all said and done. And then also that halftime show from Lady Gaga was just fantastic. Like, she jumped off the roof. The roof. Coming in at number 1 on our countdown, the greatest Super Bowl that I've seen. That'd be Super Bowl 42, where the undefeated Patriots were undefeated no more. Oh, Eli Manning taking out Tom Brady for us. You know, not a job most quarterbacks could do back then when Tom was at his height, but Eli got him twice. This was my generation's The Catch. You know, like, I know the San Francisco, Montana to Clark, like that generation's catch, but this was the elder millennials' catch. Eli Manning, Tyree catching it on his helmet, setting up that game-winning drive. I remember it like it was yesterday. This goes down as one of the greatest games of all time to watch. The storyline's perfect with Tom Brady and his undefeated Patriots losing in the Super Bowl. This was also the first Super Bowl where I had my first apartment party. You know, it was food I helped pay for. It was on a TV that I was gifted from a family member. I was assuming, because I definitely didn't have TV money back then. But it made me feel like it was my first adult Super Bowl party. So great game. Check. And the first of many Super Bowl parties that I felt like I did that. Check. And plus, Eli besting Tom is really his only redeeming quality. If you hadn't picked up by now, not a big fan of the Mannings. So that's our top 5 Super Bowls. Let me know in the comments which Super Bowl just sticks out from you, from whether it just really reminds you of watching it as a kid, so that nostalgia factor is high, or if it was just a great game you remember watching. Let me know which Super Bowl speaks to you. And that's our show for this week, guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, share us with all your family, your friends, your acquaintances, yada, yada. And remember, we're all weird. It's more fun when we're weird together. We'll see you next time.